Cool beans.
Oh, wow, we've already started recording. Okay, I didn't see that.
That's why I did the clap.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could see it? Yeah, you would have been able to see it on that, right? Where you did it?
I should be able to.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Can I also... No one fart in this room this time.
No,
You're the only one.
No, when I fart, everyone can hear it.
Okay. Again, that doesn't point out the fact you were the only one.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, who brought the orchestra? I'm still just never going to get over it. That's such a good intro. Welcome to Jurassic Park. No, it's not. It's just the New Age Geeks podcast. I'm joined by fellow geeks, Jehan, Robbie, and we also have a special geek with us today. Special guest. His name's Mike Morris. Mike.
G'day guys, glad to be back. Missed you all.
You may also know him as Australia Man. Jehan, how are you going?
I'm doing well, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, Robbie?
Yeah, man, you're not good. You just living life to the fullest.
Yeah, what's new?
My new Adventure Time watch.
Oh, what?
Wait, what?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, but I could put the face on it. That's what I'm going to do after this.
Yes, yes,
I'm really
please.
happy.
I want to see that.
I'm really happy I thought about that.
Everyone tuning in today, you will now know this is our most up-to-date New Age Geeks podcast ever because we're recording this a day before release. Less than 24 hours as well. So
I would like to point out that we did used to do this. And then we got lazy and then had like 5 days because, there's lives in between editing.
yeah.
So we used to be like recording on a Wednesday, out on a Thursday. And then we were just like, no, let's publish on a Monday, but didn't change the recording date.
Yeah.
We're like, what? A week and a half behind, technically speaking.
That just means there's a lot to talk about.
I know, yeah.
And boy, there is a lot to talk about. Mike, what have you been up to?
Oh wow, like as soon as you said there's a lot to talk about, I'm like, well, I'm not going to be playing a big part in this at all. A lot's happened in my life. I remember the first time I came onto the podcast, I was telling you about this tick bite that was the size of an orange. I ended up having to go to antibiotics for it, and now I'm taking steroid cream for it. Really interesting stuff that nobody cares about but me.
I was going to say, you're actually looking pretty beefy. Steroid cream, nice.
Yeah, just don't eat it.
Yeah, look, there is a lot of stuff to get through, a lot of games. This podcast actually might be a little bit more dominated by movies, anime, and tech, though. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world of entertainment, which I think is pretty cool. But, guys, I want to get into the news that I think we've been waiting for at least a year. But BioWare's Anthem is...
It's gone.
It's gone. It's shut down.
Oh my God, like, what was it? It was 2 weeks ago, right? When they said, hey, we're going to be talking about the future of this, and then nothing, and then...
Anthem next, right?
Yeah, and then just, it's not happening.
It's been canned. Those robots have been tin canned.
Fuck off.
Recycled.
They're scrap.
I feel bad because obviously there are people with lives behind these games, families and all that to feed, but like, holy crap, from the get-go, like what they showed and what was released, so vastly different. It like people compared Cyberpunk to Anthem and how like, hey, what they showed to what's released is very vastly different. It's unfortunate because I love BioWare, but the fact that something like this has happened is it's a good thing because EA is obviously like, yo, we're not doing any of this for Dragon Age anymore. It's just going to be, thank you God, a single player game, which is fantastic.
I think the problem is like the game held so much promise when it was coming out, and even like my brother, everyone I could think of was like, oh my God, this is just going to be the next coolest Destiny or whatever, because it was really cool, that first sort of 7-minute gameplay trailer they gave us, and I was like, oh my God. And then it just was not what it turned out to be. That seems to keep happening with so many games.
So many games get called the Destiny killer, and then Destiny's just killing itself essentially, so there's nothing really
Just give it time.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. We got new Wukong footage though. That makes me excited.
I'm just really glad I heard it properly this time.
Not Wuhan?
Yeah. I was like, I got it written in front of me. I know exactly what it is this time. I was really, really happy.
They're giving us like little snippets here and there, but the footage that I saw where he's like fighting this really cool, interesting wolf guy character, Sifu, and then like goes into like this stealth mode and he turns into this wasp. I just went, holy hell, I just didn't see it coming. I actually screamed. I screamed like a little girl.
Because you were scared?
No, because I was so excited.
I think this is. I'm very worried about this only because what with Anthem and Cyberpunk, I don't want this to be that type of game. So I've just tempered my expectations, and everything I see, I'm just assuming is a tech demo. Just that's all I'm assuming.
I came up with a theory because this is a Chinese developer creating this game, that this game's actually been out for about 4 years. They're just teasing us because it's just been a slow release for the rest of the world. But it's actually a great game. It's been out for a while.
That's how, when it comes to the Western world, it's like bug free. What's so funny about that?
Because you turned into a wasp.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. You didn't even get your own pun.
Oh, yeah. I remember you showing me that thing. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll just edit that part out so I sound funnier.
No, we're keeping it in. You sound like a fool.
What else is new in
Gaming.
Thanks, Phil.
Smooth, Robbie. You're just like straight in there.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Phil. He's doing well over there.
You know what? I kind of want to tear this to shreds, but Nintendo Direct and Sony State of Play was so disappointing.
I mean, if you have to pick a winner, it's Nintendo.
But you even hesitated there.
No.
So it's like
No. I just wanted to build suspense.
But we're not
See
the
why
only
I'm doing that now.
We're not the only one feeling this, though, right? Everyone is feeling this. I see YouTube videos, I see news articles everywhere, and everyone's just like, what was the point of State of Play? We just basically got a whole bunch of news that we already knew for PS4 games. Oh, but maybe Final Fantasy. Like
Final Fantasy news was the only thing I could think of that was brand new. Everything else was announced and just like, hey, here's more footage of it.
Yeah.
Which is, look, fine. Like, as you said, Robbie, you're really a big fan of Deathloop, as am I, and I assume you as well, Tom. Mike? Yep, cool. But I don't need
This
to
is a
see...
podcast. Me nodding doesn't really work.
I mean, there is video, but it's a very niche audience.
But, like, we're already sold on that game. I don't need to see more
There was
of it.
Oddworld, which
I don't
care,
care.
but like it was meant to come out last year. Like everything that they said was just like Crash Bandicoot's coming in March now to PS5.
I am excited for Shifu.
seafood.
Sifu.
I love seafood.
Yes. Essentially Absolver, which was a game that came out like 3 or 4 years ago now. But like martial arts, and it looks interesting. Looks vaguely like there's a bit of roguelike elements in there as well. But that was the only thing that caught me out. I was like, oh my god! And I guess the Final Fantasy news as well.
It was the art style of Sifu, right? But I just...
Did you not like it?
No, I did.
Yeah.
I just don't really know what to expect, though.
Yeah, I tried to go to the website and it was so new. It was still password protected, so I
What?
couldn't even look at it.
Oh, God. I thought you were about to say it's like, oh, website in development. No, but that's next level.
No, yeah, just like literally just said like guest password or something. I'm like, well, I don't know what it is. So
Did you try password?
I did actually.
surprised how often that works.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, like what's the most
Admin.
common passwords in the world?
I think it's password and
Yeah,
QWERTY.
And
Password,
admin.
QWERTY.
I just want to say...
I love you.
It's it says
It's
password,
straightforward.
but you just hit enter and you're in. There is no password.
I feel like a lot of people would crack that one.
But they don't try, do they?
Try 7. It's not going to be the one number. It's like, oh.
Try type in New Age Geeks and see what happens.
Nice
that's
little
all.
plug there.
I mean, there was the news about the Pokemon remakes as well, which is pretty cool.
But there's a lot of people who are very unhappy with what they're doing as well with them.
What are they doing?
Because, so people, I'm going to say Pokemon fans, and this includes myself, so I'm not trying to pick on anyone, are the most pedantic babies when it comes to the video game industry.
Does that include you?
Yeah. But people, it's either, hey, we want a one-to-one of this video game, and then when that happens, like we're seeing with Diamond and Pearl, they're like, no, that's not what we wanted. It's like, but you asked for that. You complained when we did this thing over here. So what's happening here? So like half the audience are like, bro, you've seen like 20 seconds of this footage. Calm down. And the other half were like, yeah, but have you seen Sword and Shield? And it's like, bro, chill.
What about the open world Pokemon
That
game?
looks fucking good.
That looks good.
It's clearly a proof of concept. Still,
Yeah.
well, not a proof of concept, but like, hey, this is what we're working on. But that looks so much. That looks like it's going to be fun.
Can't wait to be driving around and just killing Pidgeys.
Look, cars wouldn't have existed back then, though. It's meant to be set like at least 1,000, maybe like 500 years back.
All right, then a bike.
Bike it.
Like it, just run. I'm very excited for that though. Breath of the Wild was a fantastic game, and there's even a one-to-one shot on Twitter of Link standing there, the camera swooshing past him, and then the main characters from Pokemon Legend, Arceus, camera swooshing by them. So it's like, well, it's clear where they got this idea from. It looks exactly the same. Everything is the same. I assume Pokemon's showing this off because obviously Remake was given to another party. So people would be like, what are you guys doing then? Just sitting there. So obviously, no doubt, it's coming out next year. So, and then they showed off Snap as well, which
True.
so excited for.
Very
Very
true.
excited.
Okay, so Pokemon was the real winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whilst Jahan is talking what type of Pokemon he'd actually be. Do you have a class of Pokemon that you think you'd actually be in real life?
That would be in real life.
Yeah.
I'd probably just be normal. I'll be honest.
Oh wow, that is so vanilla.
I have nothing interesting.
What a boring type as well. Like you have grass, fire,
I know, it's
ice,
just like,
water,
you're literally
normal.
just an animal.
He's literally the normal type. Like that's
Like
it.
You are the
there's like-
normal type. You are the Pidgey
Unless you want to
of-
be like, unless I'm dark type or something.
You were.
You are the Rattata of this world.
No,
I mean, if you're going to be dark and normal, are you Zubat?
Zubat's poison, I think.
Sorry.
No, I think when you said that, I immediately went to the sloth Pokemon Slacking. No, Snorlax
Snorlax.
is something else. Slacking.
Slacking.
Yeah, it's I forgot what its first evolution form is, but then it's Vigoroth, and then Slacking, which is literally this huge like sloth Snorlax variant.
Don't hate me. My generations of Pokemon.
No,
is
I know.
just
I
one or two.
assume most people. I think we've already talked about the fact that I could probably name about 80% of the Pokemon.
And
out
again,
there.
I just want to see a video of this.
Yeah.
If it
Can
takes
we?
so long, yeah,
It's coming.
go on.
It'll be coming, yeah.
Yeah, we'll try it.
This takes me back to the days in Animania or so. We used to put different shows on just to keep people entertained. And one of the ones we'd have Iron Artist, where we'd bring up different actually professional artists and we'd get them to draw. But we were one artist short once, so I just jumped in. And the question was, draw yourself as a Pokemon, right? And then going through your mind, you're like, all right, what Pokemon would I want to be? But for me, I was like, what Pokemon would I want to cosplay?
Oh,
So there's which one you want to be, and then you go, which one would look really cool cosplayed? And then that mind just went out of my head when I got distracted by a butterfly or something, and I just drew myself as Charmander. I think I spent more time in the background. I was like, there's volcanoes in the background and everything. Yeah. I've still got that picture somewhere, so check on the your webpage. I'll send it through.
Can we put it on the wall?
Yeah, sure.
get it printed out.
Yeah, why not?
Fan art.
We are building a bit of a wall. So
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, done. It's not a great picture. I did win somehow. I don't know
they just
how.
feel bad?
I don't know how.
That volcano
I
looks
did-
like it's smoldering.
Well, no, it's just like it looks like Charmander, but my face is like almost superimposed onto the front of it. I think because they gave such a short time limit and they didn't really tell the artists, they were just starting and I'd like finished a couple of minutes ago. So I may have cheated a little bit.
Imagine if we were all just Pokemon and there's some bastard called Ash Ketchum just trying to catch all of us and we're just running for our
we take him
lives.
down.
Can I say though?
They're called pedophiles.
I saw an Ash in a van. He had Pokeballs.
Turning his
Hanging
head
right
sideways, just like
I choose you.
Get in the ball, just come on.
I could just see Jahan running down the street. Don't choose me! Don't choose me!
It got dark for a second there.
yeah.
Much like my type.
It's very very ghastly.
I'm trying to think of something now, but I can't.
Yeah, I know. If I wanted to be a Pokemon, I'd like to be, is it Alakazam? The
Yeah.
really cool psychic dude with the spoons?
Didn't they only bring him back because they had a big court case with Yuri Geller, so they couldn't actually use him?
Yeah, so
What?
so
Yeah.
in the cards, he got really angry that it was to his quote likeness.
Yeah.
So-
he thought he looked like
It was like
Alakazam.
copyright or
Yeah.
something. So there was just no more Alakazam cards printed, and it came back like maybe half a year ago.
Not even. I think he only dropped it like back in January.
Yeah,
He was
So, like-
definitely he was in my six Pokemon for the Elite Four.
he's got Alakazam's got a Mega Revolution, and he gets more spoons.
Turns into David Blaine.
Oh god! All right, enough of Pokemon. Enough of Pokemon. Movies.
Where do you want to start? Spider-Man?
Yeah.
So, Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man. Cool. Which I think is just a better working title if we know we're getting 3 Spider-Man.
Hang on. these titles, I totally get. They sort of run into each other, like Spider-Man 1 and 2, like Far From Home and all that. But what would you call it?
Well, I did like the Home Worlds one that they crossed out. I'm like, multiverse, cool.
Yeah. But what would you call it?
I had one, but I thought...
You just heard what I called it.
yeah, there you go. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
No,
Men.
Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3, the Venom we're not going to fuck up.
My one I had was wait till your father gets home. But I'm like, Peter doesn't have a dad or a mum to like kind of play it off. But I'm like, I still think it's funny. It's what I heard as a child. So
Spider-Man 3 Homelander,
Ooh,
which would just be a great crossover.
that is the ultimate crossover.
You heard it here first.
He's like, oh my god, what's that web? That's not webbing. What is this? What is this on my hands? What is this on my hands?
He's been standing on buildings. I don't really want to spoil the end of The Boys season 3.
You can do what you want.
Spoilers for
Yeah, no, seriously,
Season
go
2.
for it. They've had heaps of time to watch season 2 of The Boys.
go forward like 30
Can
seconds.
you imagine Homelander just standing there going, I can do anything, and Spider-Man's just sitting behind him like, bro, that's not how it works.
Ew. Superman reboot in the works. This is from JJ. Like,
So Henry Cavill has left it.
yeah, but
Confirmed.
do we need a Superman reboot?
When was the last
Sorry,
one?
did you say that J.J. Abrams is doing it?
Yeah.
Well, if there's one man that can reboot anything, it's J.J. Abrams. Star Trek, Star Wars,
National anthem
the
for
national
America.
anthem. Like,
I
The last wasn't Superman versus Batman, was it?
it was, yeah,
It
that was the
was,
last
yeah,
Superman.
yeah.
Well, he was in Justice League, but it was weird.
they find out both their mums are called Martha and they become friends.
First of all, I don't think Tom should be part of this conversation because he's always going to say no. But I would really like.
Put me on mute.
I would really, yeah, easy. I would really like a Superman.
With a moustache?
Yeah,
They should do it.
The Red
Is that
Sun, just
Yeah.
comrade, I am
I'd
here
re-
to save you. Fuck, that's a really bad accent.
I would really like a Superman reboot. I think it would just, but like a fun Superman, not like a big dark like.
They think Soviet Superman would be the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, just something different, I guess. But no, I know it was bad, but Superman Returns with Brendan Routh, I actually enjoyed it.
Oh no. Okay, fair enough.
That kind of Superman.
I thought Man of Steel, that was the first one, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was okay. I thought that was like decent.
Wait,
like
what?
middling.
Man of Steel, wasn't it Superman Return? Oh, that was a different actor.
different actor, Brendan Routh. That's what
Yeah.
I said. Yeah, that was the one
Really not
with Kevin
listening.
Spacey as Lex Luthor.
Yeah. I
Super,
thought
Super Mario Man.
bring back oh shit, what was his name? Who played Mario in the Mario movie? Super Mario movie? Was it John Belushi? No.
No.
Nope.
It was Italian.
Who was that? John Leguizamo. That's it.
Oh yes,
We should
Say it.
bring him. He's. I think he's dead.
Say it 3 times fast.
Well,
It
like,
did it.
get him to bring.
Well,
think-
speaking of things that aren't going to be rebooted, is Deadpool 3 is going to be in the MCU and R-rated, and Ryan Reynolds is in it.
How are they going to do this? Like,
Oh, with Disney Star Plus, of course. Disney Plus Star.
I don't see. Yeah, I'm kind of worried how much Disney will actually let them say, like, because watching Deadpool 2 last night, they do rip the piss out of Disney and Marvel a lot.
yeah, yes, but like, obviously I'm keen for this to happen, but how does that then fit? Because if his movie comes in right to the MCU, which it is, rated R, awesome, cool. So we're going to get his movie, but then when he's implemented in other movies, because he's now in the universe, like if he's in the background of like
He might
Doctor
just have
Strange,
to rein back.
I
Yeah.
think he's going to be like the new Stan Lee, just be like, oh, so this is what it's like, kind of thing. Like, and then like when people show up in his movies, like when they see blood for like the first time, they're like, oh my god, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Just taking the piss that way.
I was trying to think of really cool cameos. Robbie and I were talking about it last night, where like Spider-Man will be in Deadpool's movie, and Spider-Man will come in and be like, "Oh fuck," and then Deadpool's like, "No, it's okay. We can say that here."
So it's just simple things like that. But yeah, I think he should be the new like Stan Lee, just being like.
In many ways, he is Stanley. Right? Stanley created
No, I
Spider-Man.
didn't. It was Rob something. Rob.
Wait, Stanley created Spider-Man.
Oh no,
Deadpool,
I'm talking about
No,
I'm talking about Deadpool.
I'm thinking Spider-Man can just take over from Stanley doing cameos randomly.
He is in every comic, to be fair.
And,
Yeah.
and he is kind of Stanley's baby, so...
Is Spider-Man the most crossover Marvel character ever? I think he is.
He's also the most merchandise superhero of all time. They've made more money off Spider-Man than the Avengers, Batman, Superman, and something else combined.
Holy shit!
Like Spider-Man.
Well,
no wonder
Spider-Man-
Sony won't let
Spider-Man
it go.
was- yeah. Spider-Man was he was an A-list like superhero, and Iron Man was a B-list until the Marvel movies pushed them all up into that A-list tier.
Have you heard the story of how Spider-Man came to Japan?
No?
By plane.
Oh, that's something you guys have all got to look up.
No, now, tell us.
So they bought Spider-Man to Japan, but like the live action series, like weekly series, and they had all Japanese actors in it. But the guy who Stanley appointed to actually bring it into the country, he's like, it doesn't work with the culture. It clashes way too much with the culture. So they actually started introducing different items into it, including a truck that transforms into a big soldier to help like fight the bad guys. And it was the very first Transformer. That's what Transformers ended up being based on. And the original Spider-Man looks totally different. The storyline's completely different. It's something you need to watch maybe after a couple of bevies.
Wow.
Is it on Disney
Very
Plus Star?
cool. Very Not yet.
Wait, what is it called?
Japanese
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I've seen like clips and
They got
bits,
creative
yeah.
with everything but the name, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yes.
looking this up after this podcast.
You
is done.
need to look it up originally. It's insane.
I'd be keen.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
be
keen.
Yeah.
I'm keen. Few beers.
Speaking of Disney Plus Star and things coming to Disney Plus, the Marvel shows are coming out thick and fast.
Fuck yeah, they are. Loki.
Loki on June 12th, 11th?
11,
12th?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so keen for that. I cannot wait.
Great actor.
Do we know where it takes place? Like within the timeline?
So remember in Endgame where he gets the Tesseract?
Yeah.
And yeah,
So it's okay.
it's after that.
Oh,
But
shit,
it's
so
like
this
back
is
in
kind
time.
of-
So
yeah.
it's back in time. Like there's a scene where it looks like he's DB Cooper, the guy who was like, he was hijacking a plane and then disappeared midair. So like they think he just grabbed a parachute and just left.
Oh, interesting.
So like they think he's DG, and then there's another one where he's like running for president. So I think it's like very like it's kind of like WandaVision where she's going through the different genres and different times, and then this one's going through different years. I mean, it is the Space Stone, so he can go wherever the fuck he wants, really.
It is true. But like, it's such an entertaining character to watch throughout the Marvel films. That I'm so keen for this. If Loki isn't, I feel like through the movies, other than obviously him being the main villain in the first Avengers, I just don't feel like he was given enough screen time. But yeah, I really like. Oh my god, is that Japanese Spiderman?
There we are. So for the listeners, I just brought up an image of the Japanese Spider-Man just so the boys can see it.
What's the metal thing on his arm?
I think that's his web slinger.
That's huge.
I
Yeah. So got to bring that away from.
I
there.
do like the robot behind him.
That's the first Transformer.
Yeah,
That's fucked.
it's kind of like the evolution of Power Rangers too. If you
Well,
look
Power
at-
Rangers came after.
yeah, I know, but if you look at this picture here, like it's
well,
like
Power
what you
Rangers
see from
were
Power
based
Rangers.
off of the Sentai Rangers, wasn't it? Mike, you hopefully know this.
I don't know.
But yeah, so Loki's out in that, and then we have Falcon Winter Soldier. Didn't they give like the dates for like the 12 shows coming out or something? They like there's like 12 shows, and then like that might
did.
be including Star Wars as well. I might be just talking through.
Did
my
they
head.
give dates for all of them?
I think
thought
they
it was
did,
just
yeah.
a slow release.
No,
Like,
well, like they've given dates for like the next like 2 years.
what the?
Yeah,
I
I'm pretty
didn't
sure
see
they
any
did
of
as
that.
well, and it's our fault for not knowing that.
But I mean, because now they're not going to be delayed with production anymore because Marvel's in Sydney now.
Yep, next 5 years, baby.
Wow.
Kevin Feige is moving here permanently.
It's so
Jennifer
weird.
Lawrence is moving to Double Bay, I hope.
What's she?
I was about to
Hold
say
up.
that's like how do you know? Yeah, fair.
Because it's like all these actors are moving here because
right,
the studio is right
I
behind
don't know
our
if
house.
I don't know if I like that. I like being kind of away from everything. I don't want to be.
What are you talking about? We're walking on set and we're trying to be extras in these Marvel films.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, what do you mean you don't like being around it? That doesn't make.
I don't know. I like where I live. I don't want.
You don't want movie stars around where you
No.
live.
Because
No.
if the movie stars come in, then you're going to get the people who want to see the movie stars.
Yeah, you
coming
get
as well.
It's like living back in Bondi.
And-
It's just tourists everywhere.
And paparazzo
Really?
everywhere too.
I was just saying, I was in Bondi yesterday, and like it's actually nice right now because there's no
No one.
tourists.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's actually just a really nice place to go now.
Yeah, like you go to Coogee because no one goes to Coogee that's not a tourist.
Yeah.
Because
But Bondi right now is actually just all locals, and it's actually just really cool to hang out in.
yeah.
It's your best chance to get onto Bondi Rescue.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, anyone who's rescued on that show is either from Asia or from Ireland. So look,
You're halfway
we're
there.
halfway there.
Halo TV series though. I mean, look, this has been in the works for years. There's even been fan-made like mini-series on YouTube about like a Halo TV, and they're actually really good. They're really, really good. But it's apparently being moved from Showtime now in production to Paramount Plus.
Who's helming direct? Was it Neil Blomkamp?
I think
it
so,
was at the beginning, and I just assumed it's just died.
But I remember when Spielberg was at the helm of this Halo TV series at the start, and then obviously he's just had bigger and better things to work on. But
do we need it?
I like the miniseries.
I want it, but do we need it?
Yes, because I liked the miniseries of
Forward Unto Dawn.
Forward Unto Dawn, and then Halo 4 came out. That was unreal.
Do you know what's going to happen here? Elon Musk is going to design the Warthog for it.
Yes,
It's a flow through, so he'll be pushing it.
I'm telling you right now, they're coming onto the stage of the E3 conference this year, and I bet you Phil is pushing for this Warthog.
Great, this is new information.
Sorry, Elon, but you're going to have to do it now.
Yeah, sorry, Elon. But no, Phil actually has a few words to say, doesn't he? Like, he really supports like what we're doing. So yeah,
spending the time to put the space together and kind of the facilitation of that, I think it's just a great service to the game industry.
It is.
It is. It's massive, and I look forward to it, Phil. Anyway, back in your corner.
Why do you guys have him chained up there?
Have you ever seen him when he's on an interview and not talking the way he looks? We're trying to fix that.
Right.
He literally just sits there like... It's fucking weird. I was looking at clips of him earlier on this morning, and every thumbnail is just him like...
Oh my god!
It's fucking weird.
It's amazing. It's like the chin molds into the rest of the neck.
But he kind of looks like Vincent D'Onofrio from Men in Black 1.
Don't know who that is.
You know the alien when he goes into the farmer's body?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
He looks like that.
Okay.
Sorry, Phil.
Sorry, Phil. We love your work, and actually, to his credit as well. Now that Nintendo and Sony have had, their, I guess, somewhat failure
Mid-tier.
of
Their moment in the sun.
Yeah, I'm now looking forward to Xbox's little limelight thing. But you actually made a really good point about this, Jahan, because when Xbox actually do live videos on YouTube or whatever, there's often stuff in the background that's really, really, really cool.
Oh my god, yeah. Obviously, so when before the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S were announced, Phil had the Series S sitting in his bookcase, and it was so small people just assumed it was a book. And then with the release of Xbox Series X and Series S, a guy was playing the games as he was and had a headset on, which happened to be the headset that Xbox announced. When Phil Spencer was doing his conference, like video update, whatever it was, there was a little figure in the background, and that figure is the figure for Kojima Productions. That's their mascot, and there's been inklings that Microsoft is looking to buy up a Japanese studio. So people putting one and one, like two and two together, and be like, could it be like Kojima and Phil are working together? Because obviously they became buddy near the end because Metal Gear came to the Xbox, and like you can play it on Game Pass and everything. So I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means for PlayStation, but
yeah.
Speaking of Metal Gear, that movie's coming out soon.
Is it?
Yeah, not soon, but like they have Oscar Isaac cast as Snake.
That'll be a solid movie.
Yeah. And I think they're casting him for Moon Knight as well for the Disney Plus thing. I just got the solid movie.
Yeah.
Moon Knight's such a weird choice because he's so particular.
Sorry, Robbie.
It's okay, Mike.
You know what is cool though? That is quite solid too. Is Boys season 3 just started filming.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Herogasm.
Where's that being filmed? Is that?
Not in Sydney.
Yeah, didn't think so.
I think the last ones.
Give it time.
I think the last ones have been filmed in Atlanta, but I'm not sure how that's going with COVID.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're trying to film something like the Herogasm, you cannot do it COVID safe.
Just go into post and just erase everyone's masks and gloves and stuff. That's
Also, it's kind of like when Henry Cavill had to get his mustache erased.
yeah, same level. We've come a few years since then, so maybe it'll work.
It might be a bit cheaper now.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to introduce a whole bunch of new characters as well, since a fair few have died. Maybe they can just bring in ones that have masks.
How many are in the 7? How many are left of the 7 after the end of season 2? Spoilers, obviously, for season 2. But, yeah.
Again, you've had enough time.
That's right.
What? There's
Queen Maeve. Oh no, who are we? Are we counting people that are alive or just
5.
left?
left.
There's 5 left
There's
alive.
Queen Maeve.
But in
Homelander,
the
Stormfront.
7, there's only 3.
Homelander, Stormfront.
Stormfront's not. Well, she's alive, but
Yeah,
not
she's back.
like.
Homelander,
yeah, that's
Stormfront,
right,
and
yeah.
Maeve. That's
She's.
it.
I think it's just
Black Noir's
What-
gone.
Wait, what about A Train?
Oh, incapacitated. A-Train is...
He's not back. Oh, hang on. Didn't they bring him back in? They brought
Yeah.
A-Train back in, and they left out the Deep.
Yes,
Even
that's
though
correct.
it looked like it was going to be the other way around for a
Yeah.
while.
Okay, and then Starlight's obviously out.
So they have 4.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Starlight's in.
In.
No. Remember
She's in.
there was the press conference at the very end of it.
Because Maeve blackmailed
Yes.
Homelander
Yeah,
to
okay.
get her back in.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, all right.
3.
Spoiler alert.
Homelander is just one of the best characters ever.
I'm really feeling like that would be an awesome cosplay.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, did you see the guy that was at some Trump rally where they had like Donald Trump's thing or he was like someone dressed as Donald Trump in the Homelander outfit, and the creator of the show was like, "Have you ever seen the show? Like, do you know what you're trying to say?"
Look,
there?
the irony is always lost on them.
Yeah, fair.
But also the actor who plays it, the Kiwi guy.
Anthony Starr.
Yeah, when he's not dressed up as Homelander, he's got like brown hair, he
Yeah.
wears glasses. He's like,
He's super nice.
oh, the best thing
Weird.
is nobody recognizes me, eh?
Yeah.
You can literally just see him like reading a book at like a shop, just being like, "Oh, yep."
Even though he's probably the most recognizable character.
Yeah,
in the
100%.
boys.
Starlight as well, maybe, and
Billy.
and Billy Butcher. Huey as well,
Actually, maybe Butcher.
Butcher's probably.
If you saw all three of those walking down the street just dressed normally,
you'd recognize Butcher,
Right.
But that's because Carl Urban is just in everything.
yeah.
Did you see the thing? I can't remember. It was like Vanity Fair or GQ or something. He did it. He's everything he's taken from the set of all the movies he's been in. Holy crap!
What?
He's just taken like he's got the gun from Judge Dredd. He's got the helmet from Lord of the Rings. He's gotten like all these different things from all the famous roles he's had, and it's just like ridiculous.
Well, here's $1 million question. What's he going to take from the boys?
Big leather jacket or
Maybe a prop from someone else.
ooh.
All right, listeners, write in. What would you take
Right.
if you're on set of the boys?
Who's using a pen and paper
yeah,
anymore?
yeah. Post it to a PO box.
1, 2, 3,
Nightcast
Butcher Road.
217.
Actually, that's a really not a bad point. Twitter, Instagram, or anything. Just write
Some
it to
just,
us
yeah.
and just see what I want to know.
Yeah, chuck it on the gram.
All for the gram.
And moving on to anime, something that we definitely don't give enough credit to. But there's something really cool happening in anime, and it's Avatar: The Last Airbender getting a new film.
Okay, I didn't know which one you were going to talk about because there's 2 points there, and I was like, both of them are really good, so I'm not sure which one we're going with. So Avatar.
Hang on a second. Do you hate Avatar: The Last Airbender? What's going on?
Can we just cut him out?
Yeah.
No. When you've got your expectations high,
Yeah, but it's being helmed by.
I know, but the movie was so
Yeah, because the movie had nothing to do with like the actual team, though,
And the movie this time is animated, not. Like,
and it's being like helmed by the creators.
I'm looking forward to that. Just watch the original
No,
movie first. Then
No.
watch the new one, and you'll be like, "This is the greatest thing ever made."
that's like asking me to go watch the realistic or live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
And
that
they
they
go
did.
watch Broly or something.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that movie.
That was
So-
horrible.
I remember watching that and being like, lying to myself that it was okay. I was just like, it's okay. Kind of like,
There is
Yamcha
no
looks
part of
cool. Yeah. Like nothing of that. Like, oh my God. I don't even want to remember.
Not on the
it
same
anymore.
level as DOA.
No,
No.
because DOA is just absolute classic.
I
Again.
just feel like we have to talk about it every single episode.
I know, because God bless that cameraman. We'll keep saying it until he gets in touch with us.
They did it right.
I hope he's gone on to have a full career, like
Yeah.
a rich full career.
Absolutely. Probably does a lot of bikini shoots,
Probably.
I reckon.
Why
But
is Star Wars in anime, by the way?
because it's an animation.
The Bad Batch?
Yeah.
The Bad
We've got a
Batch.
date. It's coming out May 4th.
Have you finished Clone Wars?
No.
Oh,
Oh, that's why.
shit. Yeah, they're like one of the best things about Clone Wars.
Season 7's Clone Wars.
You've seen season 7 as well.
Yeah.
They're the clones that are bad. The Bad Batch.
Okay, so first of all, I saw season 7 in isolation. I came home one day. He had just started
okay.
binging in one day. I've just finished season 2.
Oh God. Okay,
There's a lot to watch lately.
that's very true.
Yeah,
Actually,
that is
yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Speaking of a lot to watch, all the anime fans will be happy to know I've started Attack on Titan.
Yeah, finally.
Good boy.
And I like it, and I don't like it.
Did you understand the whole mother thing?
Are we back on Homelander again?
Yeah, so her melt. No, at the beginning of Attack on Titan, where the mother just gets crushed.
Gets crushed, yeah.
Right at the beginning. Yeah.
Don't say anymore.
This is okay. I won't say.
I'm on episode 14.
Also, that guy hasn't died yet. What's his name?
Right. It's all right. Heaps of people have died already. So.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I'm not.
What don't you like? Because when you were talking to me, you were like, I don't like the fact that the voice sounds like Shinji.
Well,
from-
it is the same voice actor, and
I did tell you could watch it in Japanese.
and I will. But he even looks the same as Shinji from Evangelion, and it kind of it's just the way he talks. He's like stressed out in a really calm environment. I'm like, dude, it's okay. Just talk.
How not stressed would you be if your house was destroyed and your mother got
No,
eaten?
that bit makes sense. I'm talking about when they're just talking to each other, just like randomly. It's like,
Hang on, go back a second. Do you pick dubbed over subbed if you've got a choice?
Oh, it doesn't
Depends.
matter.
It depends.
Well,
Like,
hang on, what?
it doesn't matter. Watch it. Don't gatekeep here.
No, okay. So no, here's actually my reason why. Because there are some of the English voice actors deserve the credit of the dub. Like Steve Bloom, for example,
Yeah.
one of the greatest of all time. Like my idol. He is so good.
Watch
and he
it however
deserves
you
the
want.
limelight.
They're such a rare beast, though, but it can make a huge difference. A lot gets
Dragon Ball
lost.
Z.
One Punch Man.
Initial D.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. One Punch Man.
Naruto.
Genos sounds weird. He sounds like a nerd in One Punch Man to me.
What subbed?
In dubbed form.
I like him dubbed.
I like him
He
dubbed.
sounds
I like it dubbed.
He sounds like a nerd to me. Whilst in the
yeah.
like in the subbed version, he sounds like the badass that he should be.
Yeah, but I prefer like if
I
you-
love Saitama's voice.
if you
His
listen
voice.
to what he's actually saying, it's just like it actually suits it.
No, I know. It's just like it's something about that, but I don't care what I watch, dub sub. I watched Doctor Stone first season all dubbed.
Yeah.
And
Would you be
then-
able to watch Naruto dubbed?
no, because I like some things like shit. Like Japan's got schools for seiyus to actually like study and learn how to speak properly. Whereas here it's just like, hey, you're a really good actor. How about we just use your voice? And they're like, I don't what? Okay, and they
Sure.
freak out like reading in front of them and all that, but it doesn't matter. I think Attack on Titan's voices in English are good. Like you can, especially particular Titan scream.
Yeah.
Like the Japanese sounds good, it sounds monstrous, but the English sounds like holy fucking shit. He's lost control type levels of like screaming. Well, did you know that was going to happen?
What?
Spoilers for season 1, like the first oh actually shit. I don't know if you've come up to it.
But you're not even making any sense.
I'm trying to figure out. Have you spoken to? Has stuff happened at Eren and Armin yet?
Aaron, what do you mean?
Eren
Has
Yeager.
stuff happened?
A particular Titan.
Has come out, yes, and he is a Titan.
Yes. What did you think about that?
I kind of saw it coming because where else would the show go, really?
Okay. Fair enough.
There's only so much swinging from like a steel rope on the side of your waistband that I can watch. Otherwise turn into a Power Ranger. I don't know.
Or Wonder Woman.
Mike, you're the Mike, you're the expert. Like, you don't even really like Attack on Titan that much, yeah?
I do, but I struggled to get into it. I wanted to like it a lot more because I'd seen it around so much. Like, even when I was going to Japan, 7-Eleven would always have Attack on Titan specials there. There are a lot of cosplayers who did it real well, including a couple of really good friends of mine. So I wanted to like it a lot more than I actually have, but I don't dislike it at all, no.
Yeah.
That's Saitama there, by the way. The voice actor on the left.
On the left.
Show
Yeah.
in front of the screen. This is Saitama.
That's not recording.
That's not
anymore.
recording anymore.
it's off, dude.
Stop recording.
It's just like-
Yeah, so there's
Everyone
a
look at
selfie of me in a bar having a good time.
That's pretty cool that you getting fucked up with One Punch Man.
His voice is just as cool in real life.
I bet it is. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We should get really fucked up. Okay.
Did you eat a banana?
Not in front of him.
Oh, that's a shame.
Banana's fine.
It would have been cool.
We're kind of doing like half the training right now because there's no air conditioning in this room, but it's hot as balls.
I know this is showing. Thank God this 360 camera is like turned off and can't capture like the details.
That's why I
We're
went
all
for
wearing
black.
black
man.
shirts.
That's why I went for
We're smart
black.
here.
We're all,
That's the
we're
only
all,
shirt I had.
we're all
That's
doing
the
it for
only
camera.
shirt you have.
Like that was clean.
Still though.
It's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, sounds like we need some new tech.
Yeah, like the PS5 controller. This is speculation because it can't be every single controller, but apparently the PS5 controller can only last 417 hours.
Who has
Those-
already
those-
played at 417 hours?
Well, man, those are rookie numbers in this racket. Like,
Yeah, I know, but like it's only been like for the time you would have had to wait to get one off pre-order and then like actually like go do your job. And I know there are like things that they can do to test a thing's lifespan, but seriously,
it seems quite short to me.
Is this total life, and then you have to throw this thing away, or before you have to
It's
charge it?
it's
So
drift.
like the drift, the joysticks and stuff.
Oh, before you have to replace.
Well, replace the whole thing essentially. Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was before you had to recharge it. I was like, that's pretty good timing.
Yeah,
417 hours before a recharge is.
But
yeah.
hang on, no, Robbie, you make a really good point because I'm sick, and I tie this into all the stuff we always see on like IGN or wherever. Not taking a stab at IGN, but like you see these releases come up. It's like, oh, 1 in 4 people who own a PS5 didn't own a PS4. It's like, I don't believe that. Number one, the scalpers are completely ruining the industry because you just can't even get your hands on a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or S or whatever that you're after. Like, there's no accurate numbers or figures. I don't believe anything that comes out. It's like, oh, it's the most we've ever sold. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, no one has it.
The only thing I believe is Sony selling them at a loss. Because why would you make that up?
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I find that really frustrating. I hope people tuning in don't like sort of give in to that stuff and be like, oh, that's like, oh, it's like, dude, it's not fact. That's
Yeah.
not true. I thought Jehan would be a little bit more fired up by that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Who's doing the testing as well? How did they get that figure for?
Well, I think they have. So I think it's actually IGN have they build machines to
Like
test
a little
like
IKEA
to test things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like a little
'Cause,
finger
like,
that just goes
for-
around in circles. Yeah.
Because I remember for the first like foldable phones, they built a thing that just basically opened and closed it.
Yeah,
and it's
gotcha.
like, oh, we got like 160,000 folds when they said it would last for 200,000. It's like, yeah, but there's also like you're not going to be bending it back and forth constantly for fucking 48 hours. Like,
Kids.
And also, there's a bit of twisting in there. Like,
Yeah.
this is just a guide to what they believe.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
standard should be.
What did Sony ever say? I don't recall. How
I don't think they. I mean, it's not a stat I would have looked for immediately.
No, that's correct. Yeah, it's correct because generally speaking, you know, like with the Samsung Galaxy Fold, like, hey, it's good for this many. I would assume that there must be something. It must be like in the patent or something, like somewhere.
I mean, I guess to get it to market, you'd have to pass all those like
Yeah.
regulatory things that like it has to live to a certain standard. So
Yeah, but yeah, like
417 hours. Like if you say that to someone who's not a gamer, like to whoever is approving all the products here in Australia, like 417 hours before you have to buy a new one.
Sounds like a lot.
Like-
that sounds right.
No, it's not a lot.
Yeah, but that's
No,
what I'm
but
saying.
like-
It
But that's
sounds
what I'm
like it
saying.
is.
To someone who doesn't know it, 417 hours. Like, wow, that sounds like you're getting a lot of use out of this. Fine.
Yeah, true. But do you know what Sony is doing really quite well, and they're just going to completely ignore what Elon Musk is doing with brain chips, is they're developing a new VR for the PS5.
Again, like I said last week, VR is not going to go away because of that. If anything, it's going to get better. You just need less of things. You just put it on, like, and I'm in my world.
that really freaks me out though. I don't like. I know I do
The brain
want
chip or the new VR?
both. Well, both of them.
Just VR freaks you out.
No. Well, yes, because I
You
love,
don't want to be Homelander in your VR, just like
No, I don't want to do that. But like,
When you saw Ready Player One, did you treat that as a horror movie?
no,
or-
no. I mean more like going into games like Resident Evil.
Again, did you treat it as a horror movie or?
Yes, going. No, but like because I really want to play Resident Evil Village when it comes out, but I'm not a fan of first person on a controller. It's just a little bit of jankiness of like moving and stuff. So having VR and being able to like look around like with ease and everything. But then there's the whole, I can't actually look away because I'm in the world. So
Oh wait, no, that is a zombie, right?
yeah,
right.
just like, you know, like where, especially with it having 3D surround and like, so the zombies breathing right on you. And with a controller, it takes time to do the little turnaround, but then you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's right behind me.
Is
type
that
thing.
the controller, or is it you afraid to look around?
Both of
and you're
them,
like-
both at the same time, just like the edging, just to see if you can see the slight corner and just like justify what's behind you. But I'm excited, assuming this it will be an upgrade and smaller, hopefully. Definitely will be picking it up because I've finally got the space for it. Don't have to worry about hitting a chandelier or something.
What would you do with
Where were
VR,
you living
Mike?
that had a chandelier?
Oh no, well I had like down lights, like hanging lights in my old place in Rhodes.
That wasn't a
No,
chandelier.
I know
mate.
that it was the best in the area. I'll tell you that though. It's the most fanciest in the area. But I like the new place has no lights. It's all like in the roof, so I'm no risk of swinging my arm up and just smacking something that I don't own and have to pay for when I leave the house.
I miss your old house.
I feel like VR's got so much potential in so many different aspects, from like the horror scene to gaming
Porn.
to porn to even if you're doing like a more of an outdoorsy adventure game like, I don't know, Final Fantasy or something, where you can actually look around and take in some of that beautiful artistry, kind of, you feel
It would
like
be
you're
nice,
more in
yeah.
it. There's so many options there. I can imagine playing tennis. It'd be fun, running around the living room and
Oh god.
You're going to run into a wall.
Yeah, absolutely smash into a wall.
be half the fun.
It would be
VR marathon.
Obviously-
Run your own marathon. VR.
Ready Player One did do a really good job of pitching like tennis and different sports like snowboarding and all that type of stuff. But like, imagine a VR FIFA. Like you're on your little 360 omnidirectional like trackpad. You're all hooked in.
They got a ball attached to a bar, so you kick the ball and then
Yeah.
it goes out and it pulls itself back in.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
We're onto something.
And then
Yeah.
you could also just go outside and play it.
That's what I was thinking originally. Like, there already is a VR FIFA. It's just called football.
Go out and get some sun. No.
VR.
We all
sun.
know that's not good for me.
VR sun. You're just like in this world. You're on this back, this thing. You got the reflectors.
Yeah, that's it. You just
Again.
lie on a deck chair.
We already have that. It's called a tanning bed.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Robbie, this works for you.
Why
You're
not
not
do
going to
this?
get burnt in the sun. This is all VR. Just put
I'll
the goggles
still
on
get
and just.
burnt in a tanning bed.
Yeah, but this one,
Your retinas are just getting.
there's no sun there. You actually get to look at your body and watch it get tan.
Oh, that
In
would be
VR.
amazing.
It'd be beautiful.
That'd be so good. I'm very pale.
That's definitely the world we're moving into, though. I can't wait for that. We're going to be so old by the time that happens, but I hopefully.
But we can play.
No,
young.
but yeah, you can be now
A young man again.
0 boy.
VR youth. VR youth. You can be a Pokemon trainer in a van. You can be whatever
You
you,
could be
like.
you could be a 10-year-old roaming the Japanese countryside 500 years ago,
With a 17
running over
old
Pidgeys.
man, just like, yeah. Oh, can't
Pokemon
wait. That's going to be fun.
VR. Pokemon VR.
Pokemon VR. Like, I assume Let's Go will be the first, like, introduction to it. But
It's why.
Pokemon Stadium would be dope in there.
Have Nintendo gone back to VR
Yu-Gi-Oh?
since the?
This is why
Virtual
they
Boy?
need to bring
No.
Pokemon across to Sony, or just
So they
give
can run
access.
it into the ground.
No, just have access to it. Not run it. Not control it.
Nah.
Plug my old Virtual Boy back into a newer game. See if it works.
Oh, God. Ooh.
I think the Matrix nailed this. Like, if you think about how you just plug in and you got the hole in the back of your head and you don't actually move, you're just laying down. And I think that's better. And then you're in the world. Like, you know what I mean?
You'd rather lie down and get something plugged in the back of your head than just wear a little mask that you take off.
What is it with you and wearing masks? Just wear a mask.
Did you see me during COVID?
Oh, when we're trying to show our kids what it was like to live in COVID times, COVID VR. You put on the goggles and you just get to see
In
no one on the
Wuhan.
streets.
You just see, yeah, it's just
People wearing face masks everywhere. No toilet paper in the.
people sitting at home.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, you walk past people's windows, look in, they like shudder and hide in the corners, putting masks on, spraying Purell into the sky.
Old people won't not willing to talk to you. It's great.
Those are the times. I remember 2020.
Anyway,
And that is a conversation killer.
right. Should we wrap this up, guys? We're almost at an hour here already.
Yeah.
Nice Sunday morning chat. Wish I had some coffee, but here we are.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. I like spending time with you
It's
guys.
really
on
hot in
Sunday.
here. So I'm very excited to get out.
I am looking forward to going out into some fresh air.
I can't wait until winter comes around. And
I'm starting to understand how Phil feels.
yeah, but he's like just in underwear.
Dude,
So
all
at
he
least
thinks
he's-
about is one thing.
Come on, we've got the hose.
Gaming.
And it's for that reason we should probably leave the TV on power sometimes, so at least he can game. But,
No, I think he's happy looking in the mirror, just practicing his interview face. You'll nail it one of these days, Phil. I believe in you.
Nice. Where can people find us, Robbie?
You can find us everywhere, mate. I mean, well, look, I'm not going to go through the hassle of just naming out our handles. I'll just say search on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for New Age Geeks, and we will come up.
It's amazing. Actually.
It's amazing how we will come up.
How search engines work.
We're top.
Yeah. News is back on Facebook, so you know we didn't leave it, but you know that's a little news we were putting out. Twitch, we're on the Nagcast, Discord, Nagpub, and I think that's
pretty
all of
much
them, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can find your podcasts.
And leave us a review, please. If you're listening on iTunes, seeing as it's the only one that for some reason you can leave a review on.
And 5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars, please.
Or you know what we could do, Mike? We can plug Mike's little podcast.
No.
Yes,
then I have to do it.
Yes, that's correct.
Mike, tell everyone about your podcast.
No, give him a little sneak
Well,
peek.
I've been putting it off for years. The reason I'm the godfather. The reason I bought all of this equipment is so I could do a podcast. I'm really keen to do it, but I just can't bring myself to do it because I've got these high expectations and I know I'm not even going to get close to them.
The trick is just doing it and just accepting that you will never
Amount
good enough.
to.
Okay, yeah, I can work with the
Go for a
disappointed
pass,
parents
and
one.
that's it. Just
I'll just go for getting it out there. I was just going to just throw it out there, and I don't care if anyone listens, but please tune in.
What's it called?
It's called Days Fused, DAYSFUSED, Days Fused. You can find it on all platforms. So yeah.
And now you have to do it.
Now I have to do
Now
it.
you have to do it.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
When is it out?
Sorry?
When is it out?
Monday.
Okay. Well, keep an eye out, guys. Okay, guys. Who wants it?
no, just go and do it.
No, it's
Taken away from me.
Do it. No,
It's taken away from me.
You do
Love
it.
you.